Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name's Liz and I make videos on purse reviews but also on clothing hauls. So if ever you're into these kind of videos, it would make me so happy if you would subscribe. So today's video is on the Chanel 19 in the tweed with the Houndstooth pattern. And this exact pattern came out spring-summer of 2020, and they made it also in the round clutch, the wallet on chain, the classic flap in the mini size, the classic flap in the medium size, and the Chanel 19 in the smallest size, and the Chanel 19 in the middle size, which is this one. And the reason why I'm saying smallest and middle is because there's a lot of confusion when it comes to the Chanel 19 and the sizing. If you were to go to the Chanel boutique and speak to a sales associate, they call the smallest bag a medium and the middle bag a large. So this would be a large. But on social media and on YouTube, everybody's been calling the smallest bag a small and the middle bag a medium. So there's a lot of confusion. So be careful if ever you're buying this bag online, just to make sure that you're getting the right size. So when I first saw this pattern, I was like, wow, it's so beautiful. It's tweed, it's houndstooth. What's more Chanel than that? But I wasn't completely sold on it because of my fear for the tweed. It's when I finally saw a close-up of the material, and you can't see it from here, but I'm going to include a close-up photo. There's tiny little ribbons weaved everywhere into the bag that says Coco Chanel CC everywhere on it. And I thought that was such a special touch. Like, it was so cool and timeless. I was like, I absolutely need a piece of this collection. So I decided to look into getting one, but by the time I decided, it was a little bit too late. They were already sold out. So obviously I asked my local boutique and they were sold out. Then I'm in Canada, so I called probably like all the cities in Canada's boutiques to know if they had one in stock, and everybody was like, no, sorry, we're sold out. So I was like, oh no. So finally I got really lucky. It's a fellow YouTuber and Instagrammer. Her name is The Real Shakeen, and she'll often go luxury shopping and she'll post it on her Instagram story. And I happened to be looking at her story, and she was in the store trying on different bags, and she tried on this bag. Oh, I freaked out right away. I messaged her, and I never thought she would answer me because she doesn't know me, and she actually answered me and ended up putting me in touch with the sales associate that was serving her, and I made the transaction over the phone, and I was able to get it shipped to me. So thank you so much, The Real Shakeen, for making my dream come true. So so this bag is exactly like the leather one. So it has like the same, everything's the same basically. So it has the big CC turn lock at the front with the interlaced leather. It has the gold handle. It has the strap that has all the different color of metal. So it has the gunmetal, the chrome, the aged gold, the shiny gold. I know a lot of people are not into the mixing of hardwares, but I like it. I find it's very modern. And if ever you're a Rolex lover, one of the most popular model is the two-tone watch, you know, the one with the gold and silver. So this would be the perfect bag to match it. Anyways, I'm just saying that for fun. So yeah, it also has the pocket at the back. The pocket has a magnet, and it's all lined with just like a black material. The inside. So the inside has also tweed. Right now, I only stuffed it with a paper because I'm waiting to receive a Samorga organizer. And the reason why I choose Samorga organizers is because they're made really tightly. They're made so well, like the measurements, that it's tight when you put it in. So it really keeps the bag standing up nicely and straight and structured. So that's why I chose Samorga over the other brands. And I have a 20% off code if ever you guys are interested. I'm not getting anything for it. I literally just asked them for a code to give you guys for fun. So the code is FashionCabin20, all written together, and you get 20% off. So I'm waiting on that. So the inside is also just black material. It has a little pocket right here. I should say a big pocket. And I noticed that inside the bag, just at the top here, there's like a band of leather, black leather. And I'm guessing they did that maybe to make it a little bit stronger here at the top. I'm not exactly sure, but it does seem a little bit more hard and structured. So it might be that. Close it back up. So this is my first tweed bag. So obviously I didn't really know anything about tweed. So I decided to look up a little bit the history of tweed, and I found it super interesting. So just to give you guys a short story, in the 1950s, during World War II, Chanel decided to close her boutique for a while. And at the time, she was in a relationship with the Duke of Westminster. He was England's richest man. And one day she borrowed some of his clothes, and one of the clothes being a tweed jacket. And she was so intrigued and in awe with the texture of the fabric, the way it felt on the body, the way it moved, that she decided to look into how it was made. And it was the Scottish back then who made the tweed. So she went to them and she learned how they made it. And when she came back home to France, she decided to make her own. So with her own fabrics, her own colors. And what tweed is basically, it's tiny little strands of material. So anything you want, from linen to cotton to velvet, anything you want. And you weave it together like this, like a basket. So tight, 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 tight. And that's what makes the tweed have so much texture. That's what it is. And that's how they were able to put all these little Coco Chanel ribbons everywhere on the bag, because you can just put whatever you want. So after she made her own, she decided to make a full suit out of the tweed. So she made the jacket and the matching skirt. And after the war, she reopened her store and decided to introduce those suits at her first fashion show. But back then, women were still wearing corsets. So it was a big deal when everybody saw that. It was like, what is that? She wanted to give an homage to all the women that had helped during the war and to show that women, we can do anything. So even when the women came to get measured for these jackets, she would ask them to put their elbows up, and she would measure it like that to make sure that there was enough room in the sleeves to be able to move, to be able to drive cars, to do whatever they wanted. So I thought that was really cool. And finally, Europe, after she did that fashion show, Europe was, I guess they were closed-minded. They were like, what is that? It was too new. It's the United States that were the most open-minded and that bought the most pieces that year. And I guess that really started the whole trend. So yeah, so that's the story. I thought it was really cool. Now, the wear and tear. So I know you're probably like me, you're watching this video because you're scared to buy a tweed bag because you're like, how is it gonna wear? And I've worn this bag quite a bit of time already. Okay, so number one, obviously we have to be careful where we lay the bag. Because it's made out of fabric, it's gonna absorb any type of liquid or material that would be on a surface. But that we're already careful with our other bags, right? So we're always careful where we put a bag. The only difference is that on leather, you can wipe it off with a cloth. On tweed, you can't do that. So then you would be stuck with a stain. So definitely watch out where you put the bag. Number two, I was like, okay, color transfer. So I am more careful. When I wear this bag, I try to wear it with lighter colors. But that's the same thing that we do when, like if you own a Chanel bag that's in any other color than black, then you're careful for color transfer anyways, right? So I guess it's the same idea. So, okay, we already do that. And then three, I was like, okay, scratches. When we scratch our leather bags, it's irreversible, right? The scratch is there. But this bag, because it's made out of fabric, it doesn't really scratch, right? I guess the worst that would happen is if maybe a little thread came out a little bit. And I was trying to picture it happening, and I was like, maybe we could take a needle and try to like pop it back in. The same thing you do sometimes when you have a little thread that comes out on a shirt. So I was like, okay, there might be a way to save it if ever that would happen. And then the fourth thing is the fraying of the material. So usually people that own tweed bags, the wear starts at the back because it's the back that's touching the body while you're walking. So that's where I was thinking we have to be the most careful. And so yeah, so when I first got the bag and I was like, okay, how am I gonna wear this? I thought to myself, okay, I'm gonna wear it on the shoulder. So I'm gonna show you guys. On the shoulder, the problem is with the shoulder is that the bag is too free to move. There's no, you see, like it can just swing back and forth. So that's not good because it's gonna be rubbing on your pants, on your shirt, on your jacket. So that's a no. So I was like, okay, so then it has to be worn crossbody. So crossbody, usually when we have a bag, we tend to wear it to the side like this. But again, where am I gonna put my arm? Because this bag is made everywhere out of fabric, my sweater, my jacket is gonna rub on it, on the front. So I was like, no, I don't want any fraying on the front of the bag either. So I found that the best way to wear it was just like a little bit more to the front. So like this, there's a space for my arm to hang basically without touching the bag, and the bag is safe. And because of the way it falls on my body, actually the middle size, this size, is a little bit shorter in length than the smallest 19 bag. So it falls a little bit higher up. Usually the smallest bag would fall like maybe like down here. So because it's a little bit higher up, I feel like I can protect it a little bit more. So if ever I'm jogging, not jogging, but you know, sometimes your friends or your family are far in the front and you have to get to them. So you're like jogging a little bit. So I would just use my arm, put my arm like this, hold it, and it wouldn't move. I actually tested it because I wore it quite a bit of time. And honestly, it didn't move at all. Just at the fact of where it falls. It just, so yeah, so I ended up having no fraying in the back. It stayed pretty mint. And the only other way that you could probably wear it without fraying would be like this, so handheld or on your wrist. But obviously make sure that it's not touching the body. So yeah, so these are the ways that I wear it, and to be safe, I guess, for it not to age. If this is your first Chanel bag, then I would definitely say don't get this. Get a black leather bag. This bag is for the girl that already has many bags and that is able to rotate her bags, because you can't wear this bag every day. It's gonna wear, it's gonna age. So yeah, so this is the bag really for the girl that has every bag and that's looking to add some color or some texture to her collection. So all in all, I really like this bag, and you just have to be careful, basically. That's the truth, that's the secret. It's not a secret, it's no choice. So yeah, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, and see you guys next time. Bye!